Hey guys, this technique we're going to go over basically how to get from that open striking position in tight for the clinch and for a takedown, depending on what you want to do. But most fights end up in the clinch or on the ground, and a lot of people want to get there. So this is something that I show all my guys and teach all the time, and still work on daily myself, is being able to close that distance and close the gap while in striking. So you got your opponent here that's the same stance as you. You know, off of my offense, I want to strike, either throw a couple jabs and come in with a right hand. And a lot of times my right hand's going to go over top of his, whether he blocks it. A lot of times it's not going to come in front. It's going to kind of go over top. And all I'm going to do now is follow my last punch in and step close to him, and my hand's going to try and grab his wrist. And then my other hand is going to come right to a collar tie-up. That's what we call this right here. My hand on the back of his neck, my forearm in his chest, and this hand's just going to sweep right under to an underhook. Okay, so again, off of a couple jabs and a right hand, and I'm going to follow my punches in and try and maintain hand control. My first hand came back and I'm blocking in case he wants to throw any punches. As I'm coming in, I'm right here. And my head typically goes the opposite side as my collar tie. Right here, and that kind of blocks me from getting punched with this hand. I got good control on this hand, right to my underhook. So again, jab, jab, cross, stepping in, coming into a collar tie and an underhook. Okay. Now, if you have a guy that's the opposite stance as you, okay, I'm almost going to do pretty much the same exact thing, with the difference of my first jab hand, it still comes back, but I need to be aware, and I typically move my head a little bit to, in this case, to my left, because I'm right-handed, away from his power side. Okay, and I want to still do the same thing. If he comes with a punch here, a lot of times I can either block or my hand's up to block it. But I'll typically grab and still come in here. I'll typically get my underhook first and switch my head to the other side. And all I'm doing is getting a little space, putting my chin by my underhook hand, going right up to my collar tie. So again, jab, jab, cross. My head's going to come across a little bit, and I'm going to come into an over-under, trying to control his other hand, and then I'm going to scoop my head over to the other side. I don't want to immediately let him have an underhook and be stuck in this position with him. I'd like to try and block this and get into a more controlled position to allow me to have more offense. Okay, again, I'm jabbing, cross, and circling my hand to an underhook, blocking his underhook, switching my head over, right to a collar tie. Okay, some of the common mistakes that a lot of people make with this is, it doesn't, whatever stance your opponent is, you might come in close and then you start to reach with both hands, and there's nothing blocking him from punching me or landing some punches. So when you get close enough, don't just reach. I want to make sure my head gets in tight to him before I start to reach and grab a hold of him. Okay, if he's a right-handed stance, same as me, Same thing, I'm gonna come here. I don't wanna just reach from here with my other hand and have him catch me with an overhand, okay? I wanna keep my guard up the whole time until I get in tight enough, okay? So when you reach too soon, it opens your body up. You know, you typically are gonna start a fight away from your opponent, and you wanna try and get in tight. So we drill this every time we drill a takedown. We like to try and strike our way in, and this is what we do. I'm gonna show you guys a real action, full speed shot of closing that distance with your opponent with my offensive strikes. Well, again, starting out with a jab, jab, cross, then I'm gonna follow it up with coming into the clinch. Okay, one more time. And that's basically what it looks like, a little bit faster speed for you.